Welcome back to another episode of Boys Love History 3 Trapped.
The greatest show on the earth.
We keep winning. Here's the thing. I'm gonna give you a little peek behind the curtain. When we start recording these, our dog is then like, it's time to now walk around the apartment. It's very frustrating.
Right before, he was just like...
Passed out on the couch. The minute we started talking.
He's like... So what's going on?
So we have left episode 3. And Tangi is making out with Mystery
Miss
Kendall.
Diva girl, yeah.
Yeah. It is now later the same moment.
Yes.
There's something going on at the bar. There's a meeting of different mob.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Now that we've watched episode 4.
The mob shit.
I have come to realize I just thought this was a different show.
Yeah.
I think that's what
You
I
thought it was
realized.
Vincenzo. You thought it was Vincenzo.
I thought it was Vincenzo. I think it doesn't help that the poster of the show looks extremely serious.
Yeah.
This is not a serious show.
No.
This is treated very lightly.
Yeah.
We've already discussed this a little bit last week, but
Now it's solidified.
this week I was like, oh, I was just wrong.
Yeah.
I was misinterpreting what the show was, and that's fine. So then I had to recalibrate, and now I'm like living. So the reason they're at the bar is because there's like a mafia thing happening.
Mafia activity.
Mafia activity. Extracurricular mafia activity.
Well, they're trying to catch Special K. And I think they did.
Yes.
He's the one that comes.
Sure.
Right?
I don't...
Someone comes.
I don't care. B,
They
the
don't
show
care.
doesn't care. C, no one really cares.
Someone comes and...
Xiao Fei doesn't seem to really care.
Yeah. And they're like, the police looks really tenacious. Because you find out Miss Diva takes him to a back room. Andy. To a back room with cameras. Like
Yes.
screens.
Scoping
and it
out.
shows the police like swarming the people.
Sure.
And she was like, wow, your police friends, they seem to be doing the job.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Who cares? Xiao Fei is still...
Peeved.
perturbed. So he goes to Tangi's house to like yell at his security
Blowing
camera.
raspberries.
Blowing raspberries. at the
Raspberries. I did it again.
Tangi comes home, and Xiao Fei's like, "Oops, oopsies! Did I get caught?
Was that me?
It's so good to see you." They have a little conversation. During the conversation, Tangi reveals that Andy has a boyfriend. To which Xiao Fei is like, "Oh, phew! Thank goodness! You still watch them make
watch
out.
them kiss.
Yeah." I
It's
saw
so-
it, you saw it, we all saw it.
It's so funny because they're having this conversation. It's like we both did something wrong. Like they're trying to explain to the other person, like, yeah, he's
This
just
show
a
went
friend.
from 0 to 100 in gay so quickly.
Yeah, I know.
Because episode 4,
All of a sudden, it's
like a high-speed rail situation.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so funny.
I'm having a great time. I want to be very clear. Anytime I'm ever like,
it's crazy.
I
This
have
is
notes on the
so-
show.
Yeah,
I don't actually have notes on the show.
yeah,
I think it's perfect.
yeah.
I love it. I'm obsessed.
But yeah, Xiao Fei's like, yeah, oh, it's a boyfriend. Oh, well, then in that case, phew. Oh, that chick that I was with, oh, that's just a girl I work with.
Right. They decide they're friends. They like...
E to F to L.
Right. Enemies to friends to lovers. Sure.
Yeah.
I've saved you. You saved me. I have a charm for you. I have to give you. You did some blah blah blah. They're friends now.
We've saved each other. Blah 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 blah.
Tangi's like, I'm gonna go out for a run, and brother De,
yes, the valet.
the whatever.
Well,
Who
not
cares? The consigliere.
yes.
We don't know
Because wouldn't Andy be the valet because he's driving?
I don't know. I don't think there's any official titles in this situation.
They're all brothers.
They're all brothers.
They're just calling each other brothers.
They all
'cause-
work for the family.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'll protect you.
He's like, I'm in my athleisure already. I'll protect you.
I've got my jock strap on. I'm ready to go.
Let's run. I'll run with you. Just to protect you. Very clingy energy.
Very clingy. But like to this point, I was like, well, it makes sense, right? Here, work for him. And you seem to be the one who's like most concerned about Tangi. Well, besides,
he seems to be the only one. I guess.
Yeah. Babisha.
And Tangi fully says,
Tangi basically stops him, and he's like,
"I only like you are just a brother.
You're just a friend. Just so you know,
you just work for me." And
were you getting any vibes prior to this moment that there was anything
prior
like
to
that?
this moment? I just thought it was he was jealous of Jack. That he's like usurping him in the thing.
Okay, here's what I thought.
But then they also was doing that like, oh yeah, I'm calling blah 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 to be like, oh, did he put out the hit?
Right, that's what I've been thinking this whole time is that he's the mole. Because there's going to be a mole, of course. Yeah. That's just standard.
But then to be like, oh, it's actually he's in love with him?
I mean, like,
sure,
I get it.
Yes.
Look at him, dear Lord.
Yes.
But like, this came out of left field for me.
Okay.
So he goes running alone.
But I mean, I will say in this performance when he was being told off, he fully is acting like a crazy, like,
Yeah.
Like his portrayal all of a sudden became like a rejected lover.
Yes.
That I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's not selling it. It's just like the plot changed.
Well, and also like you could like at the beginning of the episode, I was like, oh, maybe I just like it was like a weird. That's not really what the scene was intending to say. And then the end of the episode happened later, and I was like, oh no, that's really what's going on. He
likes him, yeah.
So Tangi goes on his run. Xiao Fei all of a sudden comes and joins him out of nowhere.
Yeah, they both run together.
Oh, I forgot to mention that last night after the events of the whatever, Tangi was like, that girl likes you on your team. And Xiao Fei's like, what? I do not even know. I don't know whatever you mean are talking about, sir. It's very that. So they go running. All of a sudden, there's like a little slow montage. They're looking at each other while they're running. It's very cutesy. And then we cut straight to a man shooting Tangi. This is what I'm saying. The transitions between tones is shocking on this show.
There is no transition.
There's no transition.
They are doing a full slow-mo running montage of them together with this beautiful ballad. And then pew pew.
Pew pew. A stormtrooper shoots them with his laser gun.
They don't catch the guy because there's too many witnesses, so the gunman runs away.
Yes. Once again, the makeup team has gone off.
This gash, I wanna gash, I wanna run a gash, I wanna gash, I wanna run a gash.
Nothing about it? That's all you wanted to do? You just wanted to do that bit?
Yeah.
Okay, great. It's so gross.
It's gross.
It's grody. He got shot on the arm.
And the thing with the makeup team is
but a flesh wound.
It's not just red. It's red, a little fleshy, yellowy.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what
it's studied.
Yes.
It's the makeup, whoever's in the makeup department was like, oh, my major in college was forensic. It was pre-med.
Yes. Yeah. I was a pre-med.
Yeah. I know what corpses look like.
Yeah. I interned at a taxidermist.
I studied with a mortician.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mortician studies. Morticia Adams.
Cut to Jack going to the police
station.
Office. I'm calling it a police office at this point. It's not a station. There's nothing stationary about this. It's an office. So he goes to pick up Leon, and he's like, "Oh, yeah." He's like, "Oh, I made you lunch. I made you lunch.
It's all your favorite
And
foods.
He's like, oh, it's okay. Thanks, though. I'm going out with like a couple buddies. He's buying lunch, blah, blah, blah. He's like, no. You don't understand.
I already bought the food.
I never back down on my word, and I promised I would give you lunch. It's not this intense. And it's half of it the intense.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get angry.
It's just like insistent.
And the smile. The Cheshire Cat smile.
Psycho. Yes. The divas told us, like, it's supposed to be like kind of psychotic.
Yeah.
Like he's deranged.
Mm-hmm. He's a madman.
He's a loose man.
Mm-hmm. A what?
Loose cannon.
He's a loose man.
No, that's someone else in this show.
Andy. The character.
Ready, willing, and able at any
Oh my
moment's
God.
notice.
He's so beautiful. Ah! They go back to Leon's apartment to have lunch. Jack is like looking around. Leon has clearly a very warm relationship with his grandmother. He's got the cookie tin sewing kit.
Which I found is not just Asian diaspora. It's
cross-cultural.
Cross-cultural. Because your grandmother also had it.
My grandmother had it. If there's one thing that brings everyone together, it's...
Titas. Chismis.
Yeah, gossiping aunties.
Gossiping aunties and sewing kits in cookie tins.
In the shortbread cooking tin.
Yeah.
At one point, okay, Leon doesn't really seem to... Leon is like us last episode where he didn't really get Jack. I
also don't get how Leon can afford this very cute apartment.
Apartment's very cute.
But I think he was trying to say that
it seemed like it was like he got money from his grandma. His grandma passed away. That's what I inferred. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to infer. Yeah. I don't even think it's probably that serious, to be honest. But Leon is maybe not the brightest tool.
Period.
No. Brightest bulb, sharpest tool.
Bulb.
The sharpest bulb in the pillowcase. Because why are you hanging out with someone from the Mafia?
Who
Zaldiva.
You and your unit have held.
He held you hostage.
Oh, that's right. As well.
He held you hostage, Miss Girl. And now you're just like, oh my God, Kiki, we're having fun together. Listen, I think they're very cute.
They're so cute.
I think this is really funny.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect little odd couple situation.
It's cat and mouse, but it's in like, it could be predator and prey. You know what I mean? It's kind of...
It's currently in episode 4, it's so incredibly playful.
Yeah.
They both are like a little young.
Yeah.
They both like read as characters really young, so they have this kind of like banter that just seems like 2 7-year-olds talking to each other, you know what I mean? Like it's very charming.
Yeah.
Which I again was not expecting on the show. So I do enjoy it a lot. At one point Leon calls Jack a control freak and Jack has like a full face crack. So I was like, oh,
there it is.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here it is.
So that'll be it.
I am very curious to see if the difference of the two stories. Yes.
It's actually conflict, or is that just like, oh, that's just something.
This is episode 4. There's 10 episodes total. I feel like we've got a long way to go for the
plot.
Well, we have the main plot.
Uh-huh.
We obviously have the A couple that we have to like get together, which is
I think
so
it's
far
going well. Yeah, we're like rooting for them.
But like
and
B couple, I think has a longer trajectory of how they're gonna figure out whatever the hell is happening.
Well, I was kind of reading the comments that I think the B couple doesn't complete, or like or they kind of take care of it right away.
Oh,
to I think continue the A couple and the plot.
Oh, okay.
So we might get early resolution from them,
sure.
Incomplete resolution. I don't know,
but I don't. It's weird because like obviously, well, we'll talk about it this episode. But like the A couple is horny.
Yeah,
like there's sexual tension.
Yes.
There is no.
They're not playing with
sexual tension.
Even though Jack was like, "So, do you have a girlfriend?"
He makes fun of him for being a virgin, right?
Yes. And Leon's like, "What's so wrong about being a virgin?" And then I'm like,
I haven't even kissed anybody, which I thought that was going to happen right then.
I know, it didn't. But then I was like, oh,
in my rewrite, it would have.
But is that going to be Jack's thing? That it's like, I want to take.
What was that?
The cherry.
Oh, I thought it was a grape. A bunch of grapes. The grapes of wrath.
The grapes of wrath. Why were they so angry?
Why were they so angry? He's with the doctor. Tangi is with the doctor. He's sewing him back up. He's getting him all fixed up. This was a reference to another history. I don't care.
Yes. Xiaofei barges in. Well,
Xiaofei barges in.
Babette barges in.
Both barges have barged. The barges have docked in the port.
Honey. No, barges don't port.
Do they?
Barges they're floating in the...
They're just floating by themselves?
I don't know.
So, Hongye and...
Babette.
Yes. And Xiaofei have both come in. Xiaofei's kind of been there because he's the one who saved him.
Yes. And they're both kind of like, you!
Mm-hmm.
So, established.
Because Hongye obviously was like, stop hanging out with Xiaofei. This is going to lead you down treacherous paths.
Yeah, he's going to like lead you to your death, basically.
Right. Xiaofei doesn't trust her.
Yeah. He's like,
There seems to be another reason he doesn't like her.
It's so funny. It's like just full jealousy this episode from him.
Yeah.
Under the guise of like, I'm going to protect you.
Yeah.
Rom-com, diva.
It's crazy. Here's the only part of the episode that I was like, I don't know what's happening. Okay. I don't know what's going on.
Let me explain it to you.
Okay.
I'm an expert.
Hongye goes out with the accountant. This is a man with the glasses. I'm
CFO.
calling the accountant. CFO. And then they have gelato. And it seemed to be, the insinuation was that he likes her, or she
liked him, maybe? Because they
have more than just a working relationship.
Yes. The things that stood out to me were like, no one in the company sees you as a little girl anymore, which insinuates like, okay, they've seen her grow up. Uh-huh. Maybe she's always felt like she had to prove herself that like, I have to like be this role or whatever. Right. So I see that.
Right.
But there's some things that she was feeding him the gelato, obviously, but then also
he knew the gelato flavor she would like to calm her down.
Yes, which to me is very like,
which was mint chocolate and passion fruit.
Don't yuck her yum, Adam.
Disgusting.
It was one of his, but you're not a mint choco. I am a mint choco. I love mint chip. I love mint. I love an Andes.
I think it's the coldness.
But in
addition to all of it.
But see, because
I like Andes.
But I like biteable chocolate pieces and ice cream.
No. No, you've lost me.
I got the vibes that it's like I've been the one. Maybe he's been looking after her for a while, or I also can't tell if he's old. How old he is than her. It seems like they're the same age.
Well, I can't tell.
I can't tell anyone. I can't tell.
I can't tell, and I can't tell if it's like, oh, the actors are different ages, or it's like the characters are supposed to, like, I can't. But I also am like, I don't know if I care.
I don't know if I really care.
To be honest.
You're throwing me a straight C couple?
This is probably the first BL we've watched where there's been a female character there hasn't been a female character that I've liked.
Yeah.
I think everyone so far, there's been a female character that I'm like, I root for, I like them, blah, blah, blah.
And if not even root for it, like in eighth sense, like, yes, she was a bitch, but it's like.
No, but we liked his friend.
Yes. No, but I mean, like, even if they're like characters that we're not supposed to root for, we still were like, oh yeah, I live.
Yeah. Yeah, she's kind of just she's just like a wet blanket character right now,
I know.
Which is like a little bit.
I need to know, why is she important?
Yeah.
Why is she important? And don't be like, well, she's there to legitimize okay. But he's doing that too. Why is she important? Watch next episode be like, her blood contains the...
Well, like, there's this weird... Okay, wait. I'm almost there. So there's a pizza party at the police office.
He's fully like, you guys aren't... Well, first of all...
I think there's a meta joke, though.
That
this
they're
is
like
my
not
theory.
working.
Is
Okay,
that
Adam's theory is like
they're constantly being like, we're so
busy,
overworked.
we're understaffed, and we're
Understaffed,
so busy.
overworked, too busy.
But when they show
every time we cut to the police station, they are dicking around. It is constant.
Jiaozi
to the point.
Jiaozi is walking backwards, like, you're so attractive. If I wasn't like your coworker, I probably would like ask you out. And Miss Diva has an empty Word doc on her.
She has an empty Word doc.
Empty Word doc.
None of these people are doing anything except being like, oh my God.
So hard.
Can you imagine how hard we work?
And the Chief comes in and is
Maybe
like,
it's a commentary.
Chief comes in and is like, why aren't you all working? Blah, 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 blah.
Yes. So then I was like,
Yes.
oh, it's being corrected in the
Yes.
moment. And then it's a joke because he's like, we brought pizza.
Surprise! You guys have been working so hard that we actually bought you pizza.
We brought you
to boost morale. Pizza and fried chicken.
For the little guy who was just walking backwards like a crab. He was doing like the fucking exorcist walk. But like as a bit. It was I can't this show is so crazy. I'm obsessed. Like everything is being thrown at the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's sticking. Everything's sticking.
So Xiaofei at the pizza party is like, I have a great idea. I think Chen Wenhao is after Tang Yi. He's now been like attacked twice. I want to put myself basically in witness protection so that I'm constantly with him. So the captain agrees to this, which is wild. So now he goes to Tang Yi's house and is like, I'm moving in. Because I think they're after me. He like reframes it by being like, every time we get attacked, I'm there. I think they're trying to kill me. It's great. It's Tang Yi clearly sees through it, but at this point, they have like kind of this like tension. Buddy energy going on.
But it's also like, I mean, Xiaofei, if he sticks around there, he'll figure it out. He'll find out who's after him, whatever, blah, 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 blah.
But I'm not going to give him that much credit, but yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah. But he moves in.
Well, okay, so Duga is like, don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's a bad idea. Jack is like, I think this is a great idea. Very interesting that Jack agrees. To this point, it feels more that Jack is just the opposite of whatever Duga is.
Yes.
Which goes back to my theory that Duga is the mole.
Or that he's just like choosing the most... His whole thing is unconventional. Chaos.
Yeah, he's a chaos agent.
But he's
the Joker.
Did you write down what he said? Where it was like, the winds of war always change when we look at one another or whatever. Like, you look at my eye, I look at your eye, and that's how we learn from one another.
Who said that?
Jack said that.
To Duga?
To like explain, like, I think this is a good idea because
girl.
Blah blah blah.
I did not write that. I did not write this ancient Mandarin proverb down. No, I'm sorry, I missed that one.
Okay, here we go. Forced cohabitation. Amen.
It's so stupid. I can't believe we have made this a bit on our stupid
It's
channel.
our canon. It's our own personal canon.
It's our literal Christian canon.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Jack needs
Praxis?
Dogma?
Dogma.
So anyway, so
it's just us.
So now it's just his squirrel friends. So Xiaofei goes lays down in his bedroom. Jack comes up and is like,
brings the clothes. That's your bathroom.
Here's what, shows him the room. And then Xiaofei's like, hey, thanks for being on my side earlier.
Thanks for sticking up for me.
Thanks for sticking up for me. And Jack's like, well, really, I need your help. Doesn't say what,
and doesn't say it in the episode.
Doesn't say it in the episode, but I mean, a girl can put two and two together.
I think he wants that twink tuss.
He said, I want to obliterate that twink.
I want to obliterate that twink.
I agree. I think he should. I think he has every right to. They have been flirting more than Tang Yi and Xiaofei have been flirting, but Xiaofei and Tang Yi have more sexual chemistry than the other two. So back at the station, I just wanted to point out that in our theory that this is not a space that was supposed to be envisioned as a police station, there is a decal on the window that is written in English in this ostensibly Taiwanese police station that says, "Always deliver more than expected." Girl, what in the marketing agency is going on here?
You don't shut up, corporate Aaron. Like,
it's so
funny.
They clearly rented a space to shoot the show, but they were not allowed to touch anything about. They were like, you can put
up the sign, you can put up the police sign or whatever.
You can put like props on desks, but like structural things, no. That grass wall has to stay a grass wall. The decal on the window has to be there.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's so, with the conference room has to be held up by chains. I'm obsessed. It's one of my favorite parts of the, it is the equivalent. Okay. It's the equivalent of the Thai BLs where they go to like sleep in their room and you can tell they live in they're like shooting in a hotel.
Yes.
Every room is a hotel and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna ignore the clear fire escape plan on the back of the front door with the little peephole.
I'm gonna ignore that everyone is accessing their doors through key cards.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Technically, when we lived in our high rise downtown, we did have a fire escape plan on the door. So maybe they are. It's not a hotel, but it gives hotel energy for sure. Hong Ye meets up with Xiao Fei. Xiao Fei is now, of course, living with Tang Yi. Xiao Fei's like washing his hands in the sink at the end of the night or something. Hong Ye comes up to him and is like, you shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing. And she insinuates that he's doing the same thing that the senior officer that he like trained under who died 4 years ago. I don't remember her name. He's doing the same thing she was, which is potentially working. She was a dirty cop. Right. So she's insinuating both that those rumors are true and that Xiao Fei is also trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's what he learned from her, which sets him off the deep
ablaze. Yes.
Yeah. He goes to like push her, touch her, something. Tang Yi comes out of nowhere, throws him on the ground. Don't touch her. And then Xiao Fei's like livid and walks out.
Yeah.
And of course, Hong Ye does the whole like, oh my God, I don't even know.
I was so scared.
Screaming at me.
And then Xiao Fei does a full Rodgers and Hammerstein soliloquy out in the back. Right. To me, it sounds more like, damn, 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 damn.
I've grown accustomed to her face. Yeah, it's Henry Higgins. Jack comes up. He's like by a swing set, which again, that's funny too. Why is there a swing set at the mob house?
Because they rented out an Airbnb home.
But I guess maybe, I mean, they grew up there.
They grew up there, yeah.
So whatever. But okay, so he's by the swing set. Jack comes over and is like, kind of seems like you're
not really mad. You're more mad about her being here.
You're kind of like into my boss. And then like runs away.
Like... Yeah.
But like, okay. Which then, that sends Xiao Fei into a tailspin. He goes back inside. Tang Yi catches up to him and is like, I'm sorry she said that. I actually heard
what she said and
it wasn't acceptable, blah, blah, blah.
I apologize for her.
He's like, I'm not accepting that as an apology because it's not coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Why, well, whatever. Tang Yi out in the mid, okay. This is now going to be the next 20 minutes of this episode. Tang Yi then grabs his arm out of nowhere and drags him upstairs to his bedroom.
He throws him in
face down onto the bed. I are at this point. We'll just put in little screen caps of what our faces looked like. We were screaming
because there's this. They shoot from under like Tangi's face, and he's like a that face.
It's very that face, and then Xiaofei is like looking over his back, like,
what's going on?
Not the boar worms,
not the boar worms, not the boar worms. Literally, he is saying not the boar worms. That's what he's doing. Not the boar worms.
So then, Tangi all of a sudden has a bottle of a
clear liquid,
and it is to,
and he's like trying to pull up.
He is trying to take Xiaofei's shirt off. I truly was like, oh,
we're going right for it.
We're going for it.
Yeah.
Dry. So he's like, you have to put this ointment on to heal your back. I don't know when his back got injured. I do not know. That was never insinuated at any point in the show.
Because when he saved him from the gunshot, he fell like face first. They both like fell face first.
He fell face first for the gunshot. Also,
he's been healed from the forest.
He was healed from the forest. That was an arm thing. I don't know when his back was injured. At some point in the course of these 4 episodes, his back was injured. Tangi goes to heal his back.
Rub like massage oil.
It's giving that scene in Unintentional Love Story.
Where he's like, let me cure your shingles.
Correct.
Yeah.
Except like the most horny version of that I've literally ever seen. They are shooting this scene like it is softcore porn.
Yes. We were watching the fingers like
when they
dig into his skin.
Not the
boar worms. Not the boar worms.
I wasn't prepared to see that happen. That's all that happened.
Because for me, I was like, he's not gonna fuck him.
At this point, genuinely, I didn't know, because in the last episode, all of a sudden he was making out with a mystery man. So I was like, anything at this point may be possible on the show.
All right.
He does not have sex with him. We don't know if that was even where it was going to end up.
Yes.
Because Xiaofei
is like, get out. I got it. Thank you so much.
Throws him out of the room, because there's a moment where he like realizes his like, he rehears Jack's voice in his head of being like, you're kind of into my boss. And he's like, oh shit, I'm erect right now.
Yes, so, I'm bricked.
So definitely that's what's happening. So he throws him out. I thought then, because this all seemed to be a surprise to Xiaofei.
Yeah.
That we would get like Xiaofei trying to
leave, to whatever.
Just go against it, trying to be like, no, that's not what it's going on. From this point on in the rest of the episode, he's like, I am so hot for Tangi. I fully accepted that I'm gay. I fully accepted that he is destined to be my sweetie. It's happening. And to that, I applaud this show for not doing what I thought it was going to do.
It's going to do that every episode, I think.
Every episode. Every fucking episode.
I will never know where it's going.
Could not believe what was happening.
Not the boar
worms. Chen Wenhao is in a car. He's getting intel. He wants intel from this other guy who's
the guy's like here's all the
nobody
people
knows
involved.
who Tangi's real dad is. It's crazy. That's the intel. Okay.
Cool.
They're clearly... Chen Wenhao is clearly going after Tangi and the organization.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all we needed to really know. And... the origins of Tangi are unknown.
It is funny.
That is important as
that scene basically plays out like, okay, well, for the girlies that are like just here for the BL, sorry, there isn't a plot happening.
We do have to drop in some plot.
Here's catching up.
Now we're in another car. Okay? Tangi and Xiao Fei are in the back seat. Duga is driving. They're going to the corporate offices of the Mafia. There's this like really funny comedic bit where Xiao Fei, like Tangi notices Xiao Fei's like looking at him, so then Xiao Fei like does all these like, oh wow, what a nice car. Like blah blah. It's very funny. I did like that bit a lot. He gets called a country bumpkin. It's very funny. Then so then they get to the office, and Xiao Fei is like, okay, well I'm gonna follow you up, and then Duga's like, no, you're not coming up.
You're not allowed in the offices.
You're a cop. This man is a cop. And Xiao Fei's like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. So they fight. He gets in the elevator.
Tangi is like,
it's the exact same fight as the first episode again.
Tangi's like, just tell him to go wait in the waiting room.
Okay. Tangi has gone to his office. Andy is there.
No, they're in the elevator.
Yes, Andy was in the elevator. Yes.
First of all, I really didn't think we would see her again.
Truly thought it was a one and done.
And she keeps like doing the fucking ending fairies for all these
whoever's
episodes.
Styling this character is just nailing it.
He's a gay man.
I don't even know. I don't know.
Why is he wearing a pirate shirt?
I don't know, but I'm obsessed. Like, he's so beautiful. I'm obsessed. So they're in an office. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And
Duga gets up
because Andy has information.
Yeah.
He went and looked through the CCTV footage, something.
Yeah,
we don't
it's
know.
like, I know who tried to kill you.
I know who on your team is a mole.
Yes.
That's basically what's happening.
Yeah.
He hands him a photo. We don't see it.
We don't see it, but he's like,
purposeful.
I knew it was this person.
I knew it. And then
and
Andy
he's like,
walks. Oh, he's a headache.
He has a
Andy
headache
walks
now.
up and he's like, don't scrunch your brows, girl. You're going to get
You're so
wrinkles.
stressed.
Let me help you with that.
He's massaging him.
Xiao Fei is looking through the window of the office blinds and seeing this happen. Duga comes up and then is like about to start the fight again. And Xiao Fei says, let's get rid of our common enemy and then we can deal with each other. Meaning Xiao Fei has accepted that he's in love with Tangi. He knows that Duga is in love with Tangi. Duga is fully like, yep, you caught me, girl.
I need that dick.
And they both are like, Andy is the villain here.
Yes. We got to get this bitch out of here.
Did you think that this show was going to be...
I've never seen a show that as soon as the audience discovers a piece of information, the characters immediately is like, and that's my truth now. Do you know what I mean?
I applaud. I wish people works like this. I wish human beings works like that. It's like, amazing. I love this fantasy world.
Yeah, crazy.
So then they watch through the glass, and you see they're very close. Their faces are very close together. They don't kiss, and then you just slowly watch Andy sink to his knees in front of Tangi, and that, my friends, is the end of the episode. Somehow it feels hornier than Only Friends. It's been a minute since we've watched Only Friends. So maybe I'm misremembering. But like, she's a horny girl, this show.
Yeah. Andy is guzzling.
Okay, what?
That's what he's doing.
Oh my God.
That's what they showed us.
Even if that's not what's happening, right? Even if you cut to and it's a comedic thing of like, haha, he actually just picked up a tie off the ground or whatever. It is the joke is that he is giving him a blowjob. That is what they are inferring because it is silhouetted. Mm-hmm. I'm gagged. I am gagged. Genuinely, okay. We have watched BL-wise for things we've recapped.
Oh, yeah.
We have watched
Cherry
Eighth Sense.
Eighth Sense.
Cherry Magic. Only Friends. We can say, I guess, City Boy Log, and we can say
Love is like a cat.
Love is like a cat, and then this
And Stay With Me.
and Stay With Me. What's the okay? City Boy Log is clearly the horniest of all the shows.
Yes.
That show is out of control. That show is on another level. But that's like purpose. That's the whole point. What's the least? Cherry Magic is the least horny show, even though it's about virginity. It's really not
horny.
That iteration of the show specifically is not horny.
Yeah, probably.
It's not like they're like
maybe Love is like a cat, but.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say the horniest character that shows the fucking vet.
Oh, that's true. That is horny. That was pretty
very horny
Okay,
vet.
yeah, it is Cherry Magic then.
But like this is because even like Stay With Me, I was about to be like,
it wasn't until the very end.
Stay With Me was never horny, but like Stay With Me had so many jokes that were so specifically
gay
you were
jokes.
supposed to be like, oh, he literally.
They had a
used
whole
lubrication for chapstick joke. What's going on? I live. I can't believe this is happening. I'm obsessed. Are you enjoying the show so far?
I am. I need to see them fuck.
I need to see. At the very least, I'm hopeful we get like a both shirtless makeout.
Oh
scene.
yeah.
It seems like we would be heading in that direction.
They were already shirtless
They've
in one
already
scene.
been shirtless
in
in
a
one
fantasy
scene
of them trying to hitch a ride out of the forest.
Yes.
That's a real thing that happened in the show.
Remember in that Gooped and Gagged Me.
Yeah. We still don't know how they got out of the forest.
We never will. I've accepted that.
Watch it be the last piece of information that we get. It's an epilogue at the end of the show.
Sure. Great.
Do you have an MVP?
I think it's Andy.
Yeah.
I mean,
This girl.
this performance is so like sultry in like a way that is
it's
really usually relegated to women.
Yes, it's like va-va-voom. It's
Yes.
it's
Vamp.
Basic Instinct.
Yes, it's Sharon Stone and
It's
Basic
Sharon
Instincts.
Stone.
Yeah.
Like femme fatale.
Yes.
Because she holds all the information.
Yeah. I mean, like in a world where I could have created my own gay persona and like being, and I am not this nightmare situation that I currently am, I would love to be that version.
To be
of
that,
like,
yeah.
just like a heavy lidded eye.
Yes, like I don't care.
Yeah.
Just drapes all over.
Oh my God.
But it's so funny because they're like, well, he has a boyfriend. So obviously, like, we're not together.
We're never going to see the boyfriend.
No. The boyfriend of Andy, not the show, the boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, no.
At this point, that may have just been a random photo.
I 10 out of 10. Who's your MVP?
It's I'll give it to Xiaofei because the back and forth, but then like going from one end to the other.
The inner monologue or the monologue outside
into not the boar worms into like I fully want him.
I mean I would give it to Xiaofei literally for the car scene because I thought that was so he's so funny. I would also give it to Leon for that one shot of him smiling.
Oh yes, where he's like,
I would. I am obsessed with this show. Is cast so well.
Yeah.
It's There's not a false note in any of these casting choices. I'm obsessed. It's so good. Not the show I thought it was. Not the show that you would expect from the poster, for sure. The only thing I can tell you is that at the end, they're going to get together in some capacity. I don't even know if it's going to be like a relationship, but it's just maybe it's just a one night stand. They're going to get together and somehow. Past that, I cannot tell you what is going to happen on the show. It's bonkers. Maybe Jack becomes the leader of the gang. I don't know.
Maybe Jack's the mole. No.
I don't know. Maybe it's the CFO.
I think it's either the CFO or Doug. I think now it's too obvious that it's Doug.
Maybe it's Hongye.
An evil Bob?
An evil witchy Bob?
Is the world ready?
She's the one who's like, stop getting the police around you.
Maybe.
Discovering voices, building worlds. The Ampliverse.